This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
It is the After Party live on a Trivia Thursday. Thank you for being here. Kind of exciting that we're only, I think it's 57 away from 2,500, which was the last stated goal. So 57 more subscribers, slowly but surely, each day, one more, and we'll get there. So that's exciting. And thank you for being part of that and for making that happen. I appreciate that. And all the ways you participate in this show, including contributing to the show. And as I mentioned, usually off the top of the show is crowdfunded. You can find the PayPal information in the About tab here on YouTube and also in the show description listed every single day. And some people to thank for monthly contributions to the show include Amy S., whose contribution came in overnight, Yvonne B., Marilyn G., Janet R., and Wes came in today with another $5 contribution almost every day. Just huge thank you to everyone for doing that. All right, let's jump into some of the things that I had planned to talk to you about today. And one of them is this guitar shark. Oh, but before we get to that, yesterday we talked about the blood worm moon. And so I just wanted to throw out a reminder that it is tonight. If you're in California, the timing is about 11:26 p.m. is when this eclipse begins, and it would be visible with the naked eye. So 11:26 in California, other parts of the country, a little after midnight, 1 a.m. But it is tonight, early tomorrow morning, so don't forget. And then the guitar shark. Hello, new species. Welcome to the world. Well, at least welcome to us finally knowing about you, right? The guitar shark, a snail with venomous harpoons. These are among 866 new marine species that have been discovered in the ocean after a collaboration by scientists, governments, museums, and other people that are participating in something called the Ocean Census. It's a global alliance founded to accelerate the discovery of marine life, and boy, they sure have. This new species of shark, called the guitar shark, is among them. Also a sea butterfly, a mud dragon, bamboo coral, water bear, octocoral, shrimp. Just some of the findings now after all of these species discovery workshops over the last 2 years. They have pioneered new methods. They have new partnerships. There's now a global network of participating scientists doing this. It is a global mission. And so this is what we have. This guitar shark, his name is Ebert. He's known as the Lost Shark Guy, identified this guitar shark. Thanks, Ebert. They found it at about 200 meters off Mozambique and Tanzania in Africa. This shark has 38 known species across the globe. It shares characteristics of both sharks and rays. The guitar shark family is among the top 10 most threatened vertebrate groups, and 2/3 are threatened. So, this new guitar shark found off Mozambique and Tanzania. Here's another one. This is a new turrid gastropod species. Looks just like a harmless little seashell, doesn't it? But it's new. Welcome to the world. It's a turridrupa. It has harpoons that it sticks into its prey with venomous teeth. Wait a minute, not just a seashell. Yeah, these deep sea snails inject toxins into their prey with precision with their venomous harpoon-like teeth. Ouch. Welcome to the world, turridrupa. And lastly, check out this one. It kind of looks like a fleshy sea star. Kinda. Ew. This one was found 2,770 meters in the Arctic's Jotul vent field east of Greenland. It is the second species recorded for this genus, the first one cited in the Norwegian Sea back in 1881. It's called the sea star Tylaster. And scientists say this sea star plays a crucial role in nutrient recycling in one of the least studied regions in the planet, on the planet. So there it is. I I'm kind of a little grossed out by it. It almost looks like a hunk of human flesh. I don't know. You can see its innards in the center of it. Yeah. Again, sea star Tylaster. That's what we have going there. So, pretty cool. We've got our guitar shark. We've got our Turridrupa with the venomous fangs. And we have our sea star Tylaster. So, and again, those are just three of the more than 866 new species, thanks to the ocean census that we now have pictures of and know about. So, very, very cool. I have a story that I hope will bring you joy. And this is a video. It aired on KTVU in the Bay Area, and it is of dolphins sharing the surf with human surfers. And it feels happy. So you can see the video is kind of small here. But you can see the surfers coming out, and then all of a sudden, hey, there's the dolphins. I mean, it's joyful, right? Body surfing or surfing, it doesn't matter how. And I know that dolphins are able to avoid the humans. They jump with precision. So, how fun. Imagine surfing that wave and being with those dolphins. This happened off the California coast. The dolphin pod being called extremely friendly, hanging out with surfers and just jumping for joy. So that's pretty cool. Not such a great story, unfortunately. This airport turtle story. Yeah, I know. It's another one of these stories where someone tries to smuggle in creatures they shouldn't. The Transportation Security Administration found a live turtle in the pants of a traveler. It happened at an airport in New Jersey at Newark Liberty International. This guy had a turtle in his crotch. He was going through the security checkpoint's body scanner. I mean, how stupid do you have to be? Do you think they're not going to notice a living creature in your pants? Yeah, they found it. Didn't get very far past the scanner when they said, "Sir," an officer confronted a man who then reached down the front of his pants and pulled out a live turtle wrapped in a small blue towel. They even have the blue towel in the box pictured for us. 5 inches long, this turtle was identified by the man as a red-eared slider turtle. The Port Authority police took possession of the turtle, contacted the local animal control and U.S. Fish and Wildlife. He was not allowed to board his plane. He was escorted away by Port Authority police. And they say this: "We have seen travelers try to conceal knives and other weapons on their person, in their shoes, in their luggage. This, though, might be the first time we've come across someone concealing a live animal down the front of their pants." That from TSA. As best we could tell, this turtle was not harmed by the man's actions. The TSA did not say where the man had intended to fly and or why he popped this turtle down his pantalones. People. This is a little bit sad, but we need to do the story because it's so important to talk about the conservation efforts being made and how they're clearly not over yet. And I know we don't talk politics, so I'll very quickly mention, as the EPA rolls back all kinds of protections for the environment, we have this California condor. It was born at a zoo in Los Angeles and set free in the wild because it's part of a breeding program for this incredibly threatened species. This bird's name was Peowok, also in English spirit bird. And this bird was part of the Yurok tribe's Northern California condor restoration program. It had been flying free in the wild just over 3 months before it passed away. Why? Lead poisoning. Just a few months after it was released into the wild, this 18-month-old condor, spirit bird, died. It was the youngest condor in the Northern California flock, one of 18 birds reintroduced to the Yurok ancestral land since 2022. They found the bird in January, but they didn't release the report until now because they wanted to confirm the cause of death, and they do know that it is lead poisoning. Yurok tribe saying a natural death would have been less painful for us. The humans watching as he started to flourish in the wild, this was his human-caused preventable death, and it is devastating. And it's important to note here that lead poisoning remains the number one cause of death for wild condors. Nearly half of all known fatalities caused by lead poisoning here. And in almost all of the cases, it's from the ingestion of animal carcasses contaminated by lead ammunition used for hunting game, livestock, and other types of vermin as well. Yurok tribe writing on social media today, a tiny lead bullet fragment is enough to kill not only a condor, but also vultures and eagles. And these important scavengers remove carcasses from the landscape. They are critical in reducing the spread of disease in many game species as well. So, even with the death of this bird, the Yurok tribe will continue with their breeding program. They're trying to restore condors to Northern California for the first time in more than a century. And they say death is part of work with animals, but there are 17 other amazing birds remaining in this flock to carry on their hopes. By the way, the Yurok tribe is the largest federally recognized indigenous group in California. They have ancestral lands in Humboldt and Del Norte counties. So, yeah, I'm sorry to see Spirit Bird go. But again, I think the story is important, so we mention it. Can we talk for a moment about ancient facial bones? I know it's a little creepy, but the bone fragments of the oldest known human face in Western Europe were found in Spain. It is the bones you're looking at are from an adult member of an extinct species who lived up to 1.4 million years ago. They were found in an ancient cave in Spain. They belong to the oldest face in Europe. I mean, does that give you a little tingle? Tingle, tingle up the spine? The fossil remains make up the left cheek and the upper jaw of an adult member of this extinct human species. They lived and died on the Iberian Peninsula between 1.1 and 1.4 million years ago. And what scientists know because of this discovery is that at least two forms of early human occupied this region in the early Pleistocene. This cave was within humid woodland areas rich in wildlife. There were rivers and streams nearby. One of the researchers, Dr. Rosa Huguet of the University of Rovira e Virgili in southern Catalonia, said the paper they wrote introduces a new actor in the story of human evolution in Europe. So until now, the earliest human remnants in Western Europe were about 1.1 to 1.2 million years old pieces of jawbone and teeth. The younger human remains, dating from 800,000 years ago, were unearthed at a big sinkhole as well. This would be the oldest. The study is published in the journal Nature. They say these remains are more primitive than Homo antecessor, but they do resemble Homo erectus. And given the uncertainty over the identity of this fossil, they think that maybe this is different, and so they've given the species the name Homo affinis erectus, which they say reflects its close relationship with the older human as well. Researchers also nicknamed this fossil Pink after Pink Floyd, whose album The Dark Side of the Moon translates to hidden face. Among its distinctive characteristics, Pink, as they're calling it, had a flatter nasal structure, that it shares the more modern looking face and prominent nasal bones of Homo sapiens as well, though. So, they call this fossil a very important find, and they continue to investigate. The researchers say it's a really important step toward understanding the first Europeans. That we know now this first species had an appearance reminiscent of specimens included by many in Homo erectus, but remains from this area have a very particular combination of features, and more fossils should be found in other contemporary sites to reach a more robust conclusion about the identity of this species, the hidden face, the oldest face of Europe. I think that's cool. If you, by the way, here's where they found it. Digging, digging, digging. Looks like a lot of stuff in there. If you like your marijuana, some of you do, um, maybe you realize that there are some side effects from natural marijuana, uh, addictive qualities, perhaps. Now, researchers say they have reproduced the pain relieving effects of cannabis with a synthesized compound that avoids mind altering and addictive qualities of the natural plant. Something for everyone. The study on this synthetic marijuana was published yesterday in the journal Nature. The study out of the university, or rather the Washington University Medical School of Medicine in St. Louis, and also Stanford University, they say they've done some experiments on mice, sadly, showing that the modified cannabinoid compound, which uses tailored molecules, binds to pain sensing nerve cells in the body, much like natural cannabis, and it delivers pain relief. But a key difference in this is that synthetic molecules carry a positive charge that prevents them from crossing the blood-brain barrier into the brain, eliminating the mind-altering side effects that make cannabis addictive. They also say evidence that repeated use of this compound does not produce a tolerance like opioid pain relievers do, in whichever higher doses are needed to achieve the same effects. So, they say the psychoactive side effects of marijuana have remained problematic, preventing cannabis from being considered a viable alternative to opioids for pain relief. But with the synthetic version, they were able to overcome that issue. They call it VIP 36. And it works by binding to the cannabinoid CB1 receptors on nerve cells found in the body's central and peripheral nervous systems, much as natural cannabinoids do, and reduce the pain signals. But VIP 36 is functionally selective and stays in the periphery and does not penetrate the brain. So it's analgesic in multiple pain models like inflammatory pain, neuropathic, migraine pain, without the side effects at the therapeutic dose. So they think that VIP 36 could have implications for chronic pain treatment and could revolutionize the design of drugs targeting other pain receptors as well. So there you go, VIP 36. We don't know when it's going to be available, or if it will be available, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. They don't mention, I would imagine more studies are needed as always, right? Um, but they think that this is better than opioids for pain treatment, and so perhaps this development could have promise. Did you know? I don't know if you think about what early mammals looked like, but apparently they were all one color, according to this article in Popular Science. They were all one color, and it all served a purpose. The article, and I quote directly from it, says if you were to travel more than 120 million years back in time to the early Cretaceous or Jurassic period, you might see dinosaurs with striped tails and ruddy crests and primitive birds with iridescent feathers. What you'd be less likely to notice are your closest relatives, they write. Early mammals were small, strictly nocturnal, and altogether less showy, verging on drab. There's a new study that's published March 13th in the journal Science, where they look back at early mammals in full color. They used advanced fossil imaging methods and thorough examinations of pigment producing cells present in living animals. And they say, this team, that they have uncovered what the fur of our long lost relatives probably looked like. Across 6 different specimens representing 5 distinct near mammalian or mammalian groups, the researchers say they found striking uniformity. All of the early mammal fossils examined indicate the extinct animals had unpatterned dark brown coats. Drab, dark brown. No, maybe it was a beautiful shade of brown. They say maybe this isn't the most exciting news, but they think the finding is significant. They say it has implications for our understanding of the evolution of mammals and hints at possibly a future where we can reconstruct every era of the distant past in Technicolor. Used to be, according to a paleontologist named Steve Brusat at the University of Edinburgh, he said, when I grew up, all the books on fossils said that we would never know the color of extinct species. He was involved with this research. He said, I'm always flabbergasted with studies like these that seem to do the impossible. He called it fantastic work. So, all dark brown. That's it. Fossilized melanosomes, very similar to each other, oval shaped, mid sized, lacking in extremes present in some living mammals. The extinct species showed far less diversity than modern ones. Using the mammalian model, the scientists predict these melanosome measurements would have corresponded to a mousy gray brown shade. There was some small variation between and within the specimens, but not enough to call them different colors. They had universally dull, dark coloring, and they think it helped these early mammals camouflage at night and stay warm as well. So, gives us a glimpse into mammal ecology that was hidden from our view. That's cocktail knowledge, I would say, right? Early mammals were all the same dark gray brown color. I don't know. At your next cocktail party, good luck. Maybe you can keep the interest of the crowd. Lotto of the day. This Maryland man wins his second big lottery prize in 3 years. These people, you know what I wonder? How much do they have to spend in order to win twice? Like, do you have a lottery gambling problem, or are you really just that lucky that you randomly play and happen to keep winning? This Maryland man has a favorite set of horses in the lottery's Racetrack's virtual racing game. Even if you have a favorite set of horses, you probably play it a lot, right? He guy gets a 5-figure prize for the second time in a row. They said he always places the racetrack bets on the long odds horses 10, 11, and 12. He said he was just on the verge of giving the game up for good after a year-long losing streak when he bought a ticket from Only Beer and Wine on Village Center Drive on March 6th. He said, I figured I'd be playing it for the very last time. But if that was the last time, that was a good time to walk away. They always say, walk away with the money in your pocket. It paid off. He won $46,849. He previously had won $30,000 by betting on those same horses back in 2022. He said his plans for his latest winnings include sharing with his daughter and grandchildren, putting some money into savings, and holding a celebratory seafood dinner. $46,000 worth of crab or what have you. I'm telling you. Hold on, cough break. Sorry, thank you for your patience. Hopefully the mute button worked there because I've been really stuffed up. It's kind of gross. Yuck. All right. My apologies for that. It's weird. I thought I had beaten this thing. On Friday, I started getting a sore throat and I have this. You guys think, okay, here's where you find out that I'm a little crazy. I had read during the pandemic that if you use Listerine, gargle with Listerine, that you could kill off potentially germs in the back of your throat. And it took me a really long time to get COVID. So I thought, well, maybe there's something to this. So immediately when I got a sore throat, I thought, well, I'm going to kill those germs in my throat. So I started gargling and got good sleep. And I thought I managed to stave it off. But instead, it just hit me in a whole different way. So that wasn't really a good plan, but that's all right. Let's go to trivia. I did have a suggestion, two suggestions. I think it came from Murphy. 90s TV trivia and anatomy trivia. So we got a little science, got a little entertainment, and that is what we will go for as we embark on Trivia Thursday. Here it is. There you go. We have tons of pollen right now. Yeah, I think I'm sick. Heather says, just do a few shots of tequila, sister. It's much more pleasant than gargling with Listerine. Where were you when I needed you, Heather? God, that's so true. I'm telling you. Mama says I might have a mild case of the flu. Yeah, I don't know. Something. I got something. But you know what, Mama, like most mamas, like most women in general, no offense to my dudes in the show, because I love you. But, we get a little something and we just power on through, right? There's no laying in bed. You just got to keep going. So, whatever it is, we're working through. That's fine. I should put the light in the body somehow, right? Yeah. Warm salt water. How my last flu started. Sore throat. Lots of phlegm. Yikes. Wow. Oh, Rich, we've been down for the count. Flu for a week. No bueno. Oh, I hope you feel better. Yikes. Tequila trivia would be fun. That would be fun. Maybe I'll take that for next time, John Watson. Heather would clean up with that, though, I have to say. Yeah, I hope everybody's okay. Maybe you understand my need for a cough break, a nose blowing break. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So let's move forward as we embark on anatomy trivia first. And the first question I have for you, let's start with the easy ones first, right? At least it seems easy to me. What was the first effective antibiotic used in medicine? What was the first effective antibiotic used in medicine? Ooh, Heather's still masking in public. Nice. I have not tested for COVID. It doesn't feel like COVID, and I can still taste. I guess maybe I should do that. The answer is indeed penicillin, and you guys got it really quickly. I want to say Heather was first to the punch with penicillin. Jim has it. Tammy has it. William and John W. Uncle Jim throwing it down. Deidre, Sandy, Peter, Nullifidian, Viewfinders, Rev. Yeah, you guys all got it. Well done. Gordon and Calvin, Debbie, Valley. Yeah, good job. Okay, next one. Are we ready? Luis, props to you, my friend, for powering through. Mahalo and feel better. Pardon me. Thank you very much. Sorry for not muting my cough there. Luis, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate it. Really, really nice. Thank you for that. Yeah. Okay, next one. It is. Where in the body would you find the jejunum? Where in the body would you find the jejunum? Sandy's still masking up as well. Heather throwing it down fast in the intestines, she says. And Heather's right. It is in the intestines. Peter says, wouldn't you like to know, girlfriend? It is in the intestines. Louise has it as well. Uh, as Nullifidian and teacher Lori, I will accept gut. Gut works. Jejunum is spelled Jejunum. Jejunum. It is in the intestines. What disease is commonly called lockjaw? What disease is commonly called lockjaw? Yes, I love you guys. You're all my favorite. Look at you. Uncle Jim says tetanus is commonly called lockjaw, and Uncle Jim is correct. Big green check mark for you. That is right. Tetanus, says Uncle Jim, and SJ Lola, and Heather, and Mars. Temporal mandibular joint is what it affects. Tetanus, says Cameo. That is right. Peter says tetanus. Ren says tetanus. Rev says tetanus. And Josh and Viewfinders, Sandy, Nullifidian, Karen. You guys all got it. Good job. All right, next one. You ready for another one? What is the abbreviation for hemoglobin or hemoglobin? They spell it HAEMO, globin, hemoglobin, which is the abbreviation for hemoglobin. Let's see. We'll start here with HMG, HMG, HGB, HG, 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 some good guesses, HE, HE, HBG. Teacher Lori, I'm going to give it to you. Well, Cranky Charcoal throws it down, but you had the B as well. So I'm going to say Teacher Lori was the first with the B, but the answer is HB. Big H, little b. Yep. HB is the abbreviation for hemoglobin. I love how sciencey you guys are. So let me go back and see who threw it down. I'm sorry if I didn't scroll back up and missed you. It is Cranky Charcoal. Yes, HB. Heather says HB. That is correct. Really good. Yeah. Oh, are you talking about when you type it in? It puts me right below Heather, but when Kim reads the list, I'm way down there. I have heard this before. My husband has told me that he has been the first, but when I look at my screen, it looks like he's, ninth or 10th down the row. So it may be more of an internet speed thing than a when you really answered the question thing, but all I have to go on is the order on my screen. So my apologies. Wes is going to fact check me. Don't you know we never question trivia, my friend? He said he just got blood work. Time delay. Yeah. Well, we're all at the whim of the internet, right? Yeah. Next question. All right. Over which organ of the body do the adrenal glands lie? Over which organ of the body do the adrenal glands lie? I could make these multiple choice if you prefer. But so far, I don't think we've needed it. And I don't think we needed it this time either. You guys are on fire. Oh, Phineas says I'm wrong. Trivia page says I'm right, my friend. I don't know. I'm not making it up. Heather says kidneys. Heather is correct. It is kidneys. Uncle Jim has it. Nullifidian has it. SJ Lola has it. Valley Star has it. Viewfinders has it. Josh has it. Kidneys has it. I mean, kidneys. Wes has it. Let's see. Kidneys for teacher Lori and Tammy and Santi. No multiple choice, says SJ Lola. Wes might have a solution for us. You can sort the chat by live chat or top chat. Make sure you are on live to see it in order. Well, I'm using StreamYard and I have two options. One is live and one is starred. The ones that I put a star by, I can go back to and look at. So all of mine are live. So that's how it looks on my end. Just FYI. Okay. Yes, and always appreciate that. All right, next question. What does the A stand for in DNA? What does the A stand for in DNA? It's kind of like the alphabet, right? You have to say the whole thing in order to get to the end. Does the A stand for in DNA? Uncle Jim is first on my screen with acid. Mars says acid. He's number 2 on my screen. Cameo, acid. Deidre says acid. Nullifidian has it. Peter. SJ Lola. Debbie. I'll take a typo. Sandy, good. Chris from Menlo. Yep. Josh. Ren. William. Phineas. Sandy. Looks like you guys are quick on the uptake there. Heather. Yeah, acid. That's what it stands for. Good job. What on the human body, especially on the face, are, and I hope I'm pronouncing this word right, lentigenes. Lentigines. Lentigenes. What on the human body, especially on the face, are lentigenes? Some good answers. Eyes? No. Pores? Good answer, but no. Zits? No. Pores, eyelashes, pores, brown spots. What kind of brown spots, my friend? Face worms, eye crud, face mites. Future lawyer's like, what? Lentigenes, moles, says Heather. A good answer, almost. Debbie has it. It's freckles. Lentigenes are freckles. Yes. Debbie with freckles for the win. Valley Star has freckles. Chris from Menlo has freckles. Yes. Wes has freckles. And Tammy with freckles. Nice. Lentigenes are indeed freckles. Isn't that cute? I think freckles is a cuter word for them. Yeah. After how long in the womb does a human baby acquire fingerprints? After how long in the womb does a human baby acquire fingerprints? And I'll give you the multiple choice, all right? Is it 6 weeks? Is it 13 weeks? Is it 26 weeks or 32? 6, 13, 26, 32. After how long in the womb does a human baby acquire fingerprints? The answer is 13 weeks. And let's see who got the answer right. What is 13 weeks? 2 months and what? 3 months and 3 months and 1 week, right? All right. So 6 months would be too long. 12 weeks, says Wes. Technically 13, but that's pretty close. Sandy has it. 13 weeks. Mama says 13. That's right. John says I got him at 5 months. Debbie says 13 weeks. Yeah. Yay, I got it. Sandy's happy. Sandy's happy. We're all happy. Excellent. Well done. The malleus, incus, and stapes are tiny bones found in which part of the human body? Malleus, incus, stapes. Yeah. SJ Lola. Ooh, inner ear. Inner ear is correct, Uncle Jim. Yes. Nullifidian says ear. Net. Excellent. SJ Lola has ear. Heather, Ren, Deidre. Gordon, Valley, ear bones, ears, ears, ears. You guys all had it. Pardon the cough. Well done. You ready for another one? Let's do it. Okay. What acid is found in the stomach? I can make it a multiple choice if you want. I'll do it on this one. What acid is found in the stomach? Euphoric, acetic, nitric, hydrochloric. That is the question. What acid is found in the stomach? Is it euphoric, acetic, nitric, or hydrochloric? And my apologies for coughing in your ear. It is, according to the chat, hydrochloric is the right answer, and Debbie has it. Oop, Uncle Jim beat you to the punch on my screen, but Ren was. Oh, but wait, let me go farther back. Hold on. Yeah, Heather had it, and so did Cameo. It looks like Cameo is first on my screen, followed by Heather. Hydrochloric, says Ren. Yes, Uncle Jim says hydrochloric. Peter, Debbie, Tammy, Teacher Lori, Sandy, Rev, Vanessa, Nolaphidian, William, and Santi, and Josh. You guys, good job. All right, next answer. In the eye, what is the name of the hole through which light enters? In the eye, what is the name of the hole through which light enters? Go into the chat. All right, let me scroll back for far enough this time. Uncle Jim says it is the iris. But the answer that I have here listed is not the iris. It is the pupil. The pupil is the right answer. And so let's see who has it right. Heather has it right. It is the pupil. Nolaphidian says pupil. Deidre, Cameo, Ren, Chris from Menlo, Tammy has it. Debbie has it. William has it. Mama has it. Bzzzt. Pupil. There you go. It's right the second time around, my friend. Teacher has it. Viewfinders has it. Phineas has it. Nice. All right. Should we keep going with anatomy or should we flip over to TV? How about this one? Where is the canal of Schlem? Where is the canal of Schlem? The canal of Schlem. Where is it? You want me to turn it into a multiple choice? The canal of Schlem. Sounds like I have a canal of Schlem today. I've got a throat, a lungs, a nose, a pancreas, a brain, an Israel, Schlemland. I'm blushing. In your studio by the sound of it. I know, Cranky, I'm telling you. The planet of Futurama. The answer is the canal of Schlem is in the eye. It's in your eye. I know. Who knew that we had a canal of Schlem? You know? SCHLEMM, by the way. Schlem. All right. Here's your newborn baby trivia for the day. How many gaps in its skull does a newborn baby have? How many gaps in its skull does a newborn baby have? And this one I will make a multiple choice, all right? Hold on, let me find it. Is it 7, 10, none, or 2? How many gaps in its skull does a newborn baby have? 7, 10, none, or 2? And while you answer it, I'll blow my nose. Oh, so much better. Okay. Ew. Ew. I know. You guys are so funny. Schlem. Add an extra M and Phineas would be right. You see, your schlem is as big as mine. My throat is full of schlem. Actually, my nose at this point. 1, says William. Nullifidian says 7. Ren says 3. Cameo says 13. 4, 1, 5, 5, 3, 4. 9, says Vanessa. 5, 8, 1, 2, says Mo. Mo would be correct. There are 2 gaps in a newborn's skull. 2. Some babies are born with the skull fused together, which is a problem. That has to be corrected surgically. But normally, 2 allow the skull to be a little more flexible so the baby can go on through the birth canal. All right. Should we do a little? We'll wrap it up with a little bit of entertainment trivia here. And again, this is recommended or requested by, I believe, Murphy. And this is 90s TV trivia. What 1990s sitcom was built around then rapper Will Smith? What 1990s sitcom was built around then rapper Will Smith? Schlem Party Live. You're funny. Love it. The answer is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it looks like Peter Newton was first to the pun on that one. So Peter says it's The Fresh Prince. So does Sandy and Heather and Deidre and Jim and Trevor and Rev and Ren and JT has it and William and Phineas and Mama. You guys all got this one. Okay, good. The next one is Prince isn't so fresh nowadays, is he, John W? No, he isn't. Next one is Ruby, Joey, and Tony Russo were all random characters on which famous 90s show? Was it Friends? Was it Joey? Was it Blossom? Or was it Seinfeld? Ruby, Joey, and Tony Russo were all random characters on which famous 90s show? Friends, Joey, Blossom, or Seinfeld? The correct answer is Blossom. Let's see who got it first. Vanessa has Blossom. Look at you. What a cute picture, too. Blossom is correct. Heather has Blossom. Mama has Blossom. So does Sandy. And Trevor. And Deidre. Way to go. And SJ. And Mo. All right, let's do another one. Which actor played the famous Mr. Bean character? Which actor played the famous Mr. Bean character? Was it Rowan Atkinson, Rowan Alexander, Rowan Barrett, or Rowan Williams? Who played the famous Mr. Bean character? Rowan Atkinson, Rowan Alexander, Rowan Barrett, or Rowan Williams? Rowan something. Atkinson is correct. Who had it first? Let me, on my screen, SJ Lola had it first. Rowan Atkinson. Phineas said Rowan. Rowan A said Cameo. Yeah. Ren had it. Nullifidian. Phineas. Mama. Deidre. William. Jim. Good job, you guys. Vanessa. Rev. Next question. I keep going. I'm wanting to go back to anatomy. In the title, Third Rock from the Sun, what does third rock refer to? In the title, Third Rock from the Sun, what does third rock refer to? Yes, Peter has it. It's the Earth, the planet Earth. Peter has it. S.J. Lola has it. Trevor has it. William, Sandy, Ren, Nullifidian, Heather, Jim, Phineas, Josh. Good job. All right, let's make this the last one. I know I don't want to either. Here it is. I don't want to make it too easy. Though it premiered in 1989, which sitcom was a critical favorite through the 90s? Was it Clueless? Was it Seinfeld? Was it Wings? Or was it Saved by the Bell? Yeah, it was Seinfeld, says Sandy. It was Sandy the first to say it. Yeah, Seinfeld, Nullifidian. Rev has it. Jim has it. Ren. Seinfeld. Good job, you guys. Look at that. Maybe I'll do one more. How about this one? Family Matters, about the Chicago Winslow family, was a spinoff of what show? Family Matters was a spinoff of what show? Mm-hmm. Family Matters was a spinoff of what show? Yes, it was a spinoff, says Mama, of Perfect Strangers. And Mama would be correct. It was a spinoff of the show Perfect Strangers. Family Matters was created as a result of one or more characters from Perfect Strangers being given their own show. So, Perfect Strangers is correct. And Mama had it. Who else had it? Anybody? Mama, you stand alone. Look at you. Well done. No soup for you, Seinfeld. All right, thus ends Trivia Thursday after party style. I hope you enjoyed it. Now we know what a Schlem passage is. So, I think it was worth it for that alone. I mean, come on, how can you go wrong? Luis, thank you for the $5. You're my favorite Luis. How about that? Thank you so much. I really appreciate the contribution. And I appreciate, honestly, everyone's participation in Trivia Thursday. You guys make this day so much fun. I really, really enjoy doing this with you on Thursdays. So thank you for being here. Thank you for playing. I will see you. I really hope to see you in just a few hours. About less than 3 hours. The Nikki Maduro show happens here on YouTube. Nikki Maduro and I will gather with cocktails. Maybe I'll make it another virgin mocktails, right? And politics. And we'll talk a lot about what's going on in the world and maybe get a little angry and maybe laugh a lot. And I hope you're there for it. The Nikki Maduro show here on YouTube starts at 5 p.m. Thank you for supporting this show and that one as well. And I'll see you here in just a couple hours. But until then, please go forward and go out and make it the very best day that you can. Bye, everybody.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
Well, hello, Vanessa. All right. Feel better, Mars. Be well. I like how you think.